Are people still doing that? Is that still cool? Is that how old I am? Do the arm wave. The speaker went out, so we're going old school with the boombox here. Little white wolf. I always gotta have a little white wolf when I come on the show. You know, just to fire me up. Had a phenomenal comedy show last night. Live audience, outdoors. It was 111 during the day. It was probably 90 something during the show, and these savages were still out there in the smoke. They're wearing hazmat suits, all goggled up, still wanting to laugh. And it was a blast. Shout out to Nub Life. Go follow him. He's a meme maker. He showed up with this hottie. And then my boy Phil showed up. Comedian just roasting the shit out of him. He loved it. And yeah, just everyone else. The guy with the one arm and the one leg, he was cool. Didn't do a lot of clapping, but he was cool. So yeah, just grateful I don't have to do a show just in front of my kid and wife. You know, I can actually do a show in front of strangers and upset people again and have them leave the show early and call their therapist. I love that. I'm sorry last week with the soundboard. That was disgusting, wasn't it? That's what happens when you don't have a producer. I'm like trying to do everything and it just doesn't work out. Do you like the new coat I got for my chins? You like this? Keeping them warm. So even though it's so hot outside, I don't need to buy a sauna anymore. It's 111. It's really cool too because there's smoke. So I don't even have to smoke anymore. I just already have a cough going. I just walk outside. Don't need to smoke the Jane anymore. Life is good. You gotta stay positive, and that's what we're not doing. Oh my god, I want to just hurt myself. I hate this. No. We're doing great. It comes and flows, doesn't it? Yes, it does. That's my wife. Hey, by the way, Cyndi Lauper, that 80s pop star, she's out of her mind. Girls just want to have fun. Girls just want to have fun. You know, boys want to have fun too. You do realize that. You know how many guys I know that like to, and yeah, let's flip a cop car. Yeah, it's not just the ladies having fun out there. It's the fellas too. I think we have a little too much fun. Had an itchy nose last night at the show because as you get older, hair just starts appearing out of nowhere. Oh yeah, I found hair on my fingertips. I'm like, what am I, turning into Spider-Man? So I'm itching my hairs, okay? And this guy's like, oh, you wanna... He's like signing if I want to do cocaine. I'm like, yeah, duh. But the nose hairs can get you in trouble because, you know, I don't want to be doing that stuff at all. You know? I'm a dad, father of one, and I'll lose it. I lose it on coffee. I've just been evolving into more of a vagina. Yes, I'm turning into lips. But no, I just don't have the balls to do stuff that could just send you onto the moon. Fly me to the moon. When you're young, oh my god, you don't care. When you don't have responsibilities, it's like, yeah, I'll put that up my ass. Like, you kill me? Eh, fuck it, bring it on, death. I was ready to fight death back in the day. You want to go, death? I got a samurai sword. But now I'm like, okay, yeah, I don't want to see you at all, death. I'm enjoying life. The teeth are turning white. You know, if you brush your teeth, your teeth start turning white again. So I got that going for me. I got the fam. You know, I love trying to answer questions that my son has for me. Hey, Daddy, what's 2 plus 2? Fuck. You know, you forget math as you get older. I mean, I know what 2 plus 2 is. It's 7. But, like, you forget shit. The fuck is a noun? What's an adjective? I have no idea. Bro, I deliver stuff. I've been delivering stuff for years. Ooh, there's no math. There's no I literally just have this computer tell me where to go. Like, I don't have to do any thinking. And I think that's really been benefiting me because I haven't been remembering math or what the fuck when you put commas in. What is that, you know? Unbelievable. So, I don't know if this happened to you, but I've been getting jealous sometimes. Lately. Every time I go on Instagram. No, I got jealous the other day because I saw this woman tying her man's shoes. And I got jealous because I knew they were in the early stage of the relationship. I miss those days when you have sex whenever, like, oh, hey, you want to bang in the car? Oh, yeah. If I brought that up, no, you're disgusting, you're gross. Have you been watching too much? Okay, chill. But in the beginning, oh my God, hey, you want to get fast food? Yeah, no problem. Oh, if I bring up fast food now, oh, your pancreas. Okay, sorry. You get jealous of the good days, the early days. The early days are the best. Just like the early days are the best with pretty much anything. Smoking weed. I don't even get high anymore. In the beginning, though, I was like, oh my God. First time I got high, I talked to a dog. You know, the first time I, yanked the old stick and ball, it was great. Now I'm like, before I was like, yeah, this is, yeah. Now it's like, ugh, fuck, this is depressing. I got issues. I'm like crying during it now, you know? Shit's better when you first try it out. And that relationship in the beginning with the wife and the girl, you can get away with stuff. Because she wanted you to like her. And you didn't really give a fuck if she liked you or not. I mean, you cared, right? Because you wanted something. You're like, oh my God, forget how good vagina felt, you know? But this guy is obviously in an early relationship. She's tying the shoes, right? I will say, though, she had some power. The guy was wearing pink pants. And she was wearing, like, a pink hat. So, like, you know, he's compromising, too. But to tie someone's shoes... If I ask my wife to tie my shoes... First off, she'd get upset. I'm not putting my knee on the sidewalk. It's dirty. You know about these germs, these germs? No, I completely forgot. I'm forgetting what I've learned. And then second off, she would say, excuse me? Tie your shoes? What do you think, I'm your maid? What do you think, you own me? I'm like, yeah, your dad handed me off at the ceremony. He said, better get a real fucking job. Remember that? Remember I signed the papers, I own you? It wouldn't work, alright? I'm shocked she's still married to me. How is she married to this big of a moron? But you know what? I'm making progress. Because back in the day when I was addicted to Oxycontin, I was an oxymoron. So now I'm just a moron. So that's positive. Looking at the positive. My son called me smart. I was like, oh, that's adorable. He thinks I'm smart. I mean, he's partly right. I am a smartass. Whoever came up with the name for the orange, I think just ran out of names. I mean, if it's the same guy that named all the other fruits, I mean, apple, pineapple, that one was like, come on, you just added the pine, come on, guy. Blueberries, papayas, honeydew, that's a good name. I bet you when people were going over the names, they're like, good job, Mark. Pear. Oh, if you were here, standing right there, you would have fell over. I just did the nastiest. Hungover, Bert. Ever have a couple of shots and drink a 6-pack? Yeah, it'll make you do that. You go through all these fruit names, and then you come to the orange. And the guy says, well, it's really bright. I mean, it's orange. So, kind of a deadline with all these names to give to the people, I guess we'll just name it Orange. I'm like, how lazy are you? You're just gonna name it Orange, you know? And I feel bad for the fruit because, you know, he's got the shittiest name. It's like me. It's like, my name's Alex. Thanks, Mom. You could have named me Alejandro. How much cooler is that? You know, I'd be living in a mansion if my name was Alejandro. I'd be driving a convertible car with two girls saying, can we suck? Alex is just, ugh. Alex got a weight issue. Alex's wife likes to have sex with the lights off or with the TV light on. That's the worst. They just want the TV light on. I'm like, how am I supposed to film? Orange. Lazy guy. That guy, if he gets a statue, I'm gonna be pissed. Whoever named the Orange, I'm lazy. I mean, I'm so lazy that my parents put our lazy boy on timeout and put me in the yard sale. Yeah, this Filipino company bought me. Yeah, I had to work from 10 to 25. I could speak their language. Papati pupu hi. I'm great at speaking other languages. Birthmarks are like tattoos. You don't remember when you got it. It's always in a weird spot. And you just can't make out what it is. You got one on my back. Thanks, Mom. But my mom did give me my very first free gift. My brain. Still haven't figured out that whole Brian brain thing, too. That fucks me up. Is it the I before the A or the A before the I? I don't fucking know. Do you know if phones could roast their owners? I would be roasted the hardest. You know how many fucking words I look up that I should know? I'm telling you, I'm not using anything I learned from school, so I'm forgetting it. I deliver stuff. I don't write and, you know? Maryland. Blowjobs are illegal in Malaysia. Did you know that? You can serve up to 20 years in prison. No joke. I'm not even kidding. Well, no wonder my wife wants to keep going there. Doesn't it sound like Malaysia knew a girl back in the day with braces? I hate blowjobs. There was a story in the news about a wife biting her husband's dick off. True story. True story. Look it up. I think I saw it in the New York Post. I saw it in the comic books. Saw it on Pornhub. It's real, guy. Bites off the dude's dick. You know why? Because he wouldn't get rid of a rat in the kitchen. I swear. I'm like, my wife gets on my nerves, but at least she's not gonna bite my dick off and get mad. But my wife would get mad at that. If I refused to get around the kitchen, I don't think she'd bite my dick off, though. Can I ask something, too? Is this chick, like, all there? You know what I mean? Like, is she mentally all there? That's the first thing you do is bite? I'd cut it off or something. You know? Biting, you gotta, think about that. You gotta, I mean, really, like, and you gotta have sharp teeth. Is this lady, like, part animal? Ow. I just got back pain from doing that. That's how out of shape I am. You know you're out of shape when you just go like this? And it's just like, ah. I did 2 push-ups yesterday and I pulled the muscle. Yeah, I'm definitely not dying. You gotta count your blessings. But here's my thing. How do you know that you're not with a chick that would bite your dick off? Like it said in this article, they had been married for 14 years. Seems like things were great. And then out of the blue, just you know what? Fuck this guy. I mean, that's kind of savage. I'm not gonna lie. This lady's kind of, but she can't be all human. So clear. Love bubble water. I want to say something too. I want to make an announcement. Fuck you, lactose. And stomach, you can't stop me. I am pro cereal, pro milk. I will not give up my right to eat Captain Crunch in the morning, in the evening, and at midnight. No matter what my stomach does or says, it is not the boss of me. I don't care. You know, pooping is great. It's the most educational part of my day. It's where I've done all my learning. Pooping is freeing. And my bathroom is like a library. It's quiet, safe, and there's always a guy jerking off in the corner. No, I love a good poop. And I found out about COVID, actually, while pooping. I found out about the Twin Towers falling while pooping. I found out that I had a small penis while pooping. Guys, I've done all my learning. I think I would have gotten A's in school if they just let me do my learning from the toilet. You know, if the toilet bowl could talk, it would have horrifying stories. The toilet bowl's favorite porn is where the girl gets shit and pissed on. The plumber is the toilet's doctor. Did you know that? He gives it medication and does surgery on them. By the gay, you've never seen women plumbers. You never see them. I've never seen a woman plumber. And if you do, they probably don't look like a woman, and they could probably beat you up. And you better watch what you say. You know, I'm so dumb, I thought plumber was Plummers. There's hope for you people. You will find a family, a wife, and have a kid. My kid's in, like, AP classes. I don't know how. And I'm not talking about ass porn classes. Advanced program. How? I had more drugs in my system when I had him than Carrie Fisher did on the airplane. I had more drugs in my system than Keith Richards in '69. I had more drugs in my system than Benny and the Jets guy. You know, the one way of deciding if someone could be a plumber or not? The butt crack. If you don't have a butt crack, you can't be a plumber. Because everyone knows you're not a plumber until you see a plumber's crack. Ooh. The rabies virus has been known to cause men to ejaculate at least 30 times a day, uncontrollably. It was great finding this out. So I found out I have rabies. Your body contains enough iron to make a 3-inch nail. Or in my case, 1 inch. I told someone I was an expeditionist, and they were like, do you know what that means? I'm like, yeah, I like to go on hikes, travel, see the world. He's like, no, that's people that like to do sex outside. Well, that's definitely not me. I'm more of a sex inside. With the blankets over us, is. I'm so grateful, by the way, guys. I just wanted to share with you. This podcast made it in the top million. I'm one of a million podcasts on the top. You know, a quote hit me while I was being grateful, being in the top million podcasts. Thank you guys for all the non-listens. Quote hit me. Got even more grateful. Only the good die young. Well, thank God I'm old and not good. This podcast is brought to you by Silvertongue Audio. Silvertongue Audio is what put this podcast on the map to make the top million. Thank you for all the non-listens. You go to silvertongueaudio.org and they have an array of podcasts. You'll see mine, Midnight in the Bay, all free downloads. Yeah, I said free. When was the last free gift you got? From your mom when you were born? Come on, guy. There's nothing free out there. So go there, you get all the episodes free. One of my episode 1000. Come on, guy. You get all these free episodes. Have fun in the car. Be grateful you're not me. And then you also got this other podcast that's great on there, Dazed and Disturbed. Oh my God. Yeah, just the name captivates your mind, right? Basically, this guy gets woo, and he talks about disturbing stuff, but kind of shines light and goofs around. It's great. All free downloads. Yeah, I said free. When's the last free thing you got? The yogurt back in 88? Come on. There's nothing free out there, except at Silver Tongue. Also, they got this one, it's great, NPC podcast. It's the non-player character podcast, and this one's a doozy. I like to put it on while playing video games, because it's about video games. Non-player character podcast. Hello, it's in the name. These guys have, it's about 4 of them, and there's a chick too. So ladies, get your panties wet, okay? They talk about all sorts of things, all related to video games, and they're in the know. Some of them used to work at GameStop, some of them work for EA Sports. They're in the know. They talk about trending topics, so it's not all like, hey, what you think about Mario Kart? Like, shut up, that's so 87. No, they talk about 2020 shit. They talk about stuff I didn't even know about. They're talking about this game with this guy with a robot arm. I'm like, okay, I'll look out for that one. Maryland. So go check out NPC Podcast at Silvertongue Audio, and it's silvertongueaudio.org, which I think is brilliant because .org is so much cooler than .com, stupid, .edu, stupid, .pdu, suck it. So go there, guy. That's a great thing about this podcast. So, Claire, there's not that many ads. And you're thinking, how does this guy get sponsored by Marilyn Monroe? Had to fuck a dead corpse. I was in a store and I'm walking around and it says, all these signs say, we lower prices every day. I'm like, huh, really? If you lowered prices every day, there would be items that had no prices. Where's the free shit, bitch? I said that to the cash register lady and I got arrested. Mom, can you bail me out? 2 German automobiles, yes, I said automobiles, almost hit me the other day during 2 different separate occasions. Huh. I could have sworn the Nazis were after me. Speaking of marijuana, marijuana has 20 times the anti-inflammatory power of an aspirin. And it also has 100 times more the power of you forgetting where you put your car keys. You know, my last name is Woody, but thank God it's not Richard. Right? I felt bad for that little Richard guy. He didn't give a fuck. Little dick. He didn't care. I got a little dick. Who gives a fuck? You know? I remember when I told someone my last name was Woody, they just looked down. Does that mean you have a boner all the time? Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I was in a class with kids with helmets. By the way, they should do movie reviews drunk. They need to have a drunk and high rating system for movies. If they did this, then you would know if you liked it in your condition. For example, oh, this movie will bring up bad memories. You're gonna cry if you're drunk watching it. Don't watch it drunk. You know? Watch the comedy that you wanted to watch. I need a review like this. I'm watching a movie last night with the wife. I'm happy. Might get the thing sucked. I don't know. It's been 35 years. Popcorn, soda, blast. Off. 30 minutes in the movie, I'm crying. Daddy. I'm horrible. I pass out. Horrible. I need a review. Hey, guy, you had daddy issues? You like vodka? This ain't the movie for you. Maybe I do a show about that, huh? That'd be cool. Hit me up on _AlexWoody Comedy if you want to see that. By the way, speaking of the names, how I wanted Alejandro, Orange, I've been thinking about changing my name. But I don't know if you can change your name to a curse word. I want to change it to fuck Woody. I think I should have changed it a long time ago. I think it would have helped. You know what I mean? And I just don't know if a judge is going to be like, yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, I don't know if a judge is going to be cool with that. I would have to get the cool judge, like the judge that wears like a Rastafarian hat to the courtroom, or like a judge that has sunglasses on inside. There's always a cool profession, someone in the profession. Hate to break it to you guys, there's always like one cool cop. Dude, I met one cool cop. I can't believe I'm saying this. I met one cool cop. Now I might get a ticket though. I don't know if I should say it. I met one cool cop. I'm driving. Thinking about the birds, the bees, heaven. Pulls me over. And it's on a hot day like this. Excuse me, sir, you're not wearing a seatbelt. Oh my God, fuck. And in my head, I'm like, fuck. And he could see that I'm tripping out because I'm doing this. Fuck. And I go, well, like, the seatbelt's hot, and I didn't want to touch it. And, you know, I was waiting for it to cool down. And I could just see the cop like this. Alright, fucking line. I think he thought maybe I had a mental condition. The point is, he let me go. No ticket. He just like, you going home? Yeah. That's why I think he thought maybe I had issues and I snuck the car out. You're going home, right? I couldn't believe that. Cool cop. There's cool of everything. Okay? There's cool prostitutes. There's cool everything. I have a friend who is about to have a baby, and his dad is really anti-gay. I'm like, dude, it's not 95 anymore, you know? And I told my friend, you know, you guys don't have a name for the baby yet? Why don't you name him Gaylord? Right? Just to have the dad have to say gay. That would be so funny. Hey, Gaylord. Ah, fuck. Gay. Ah. Might change him. He might start liking it. Hey, I like Gaylord. Ah. That's what happens if you keep doing something over and over again. I remember the first time I did drugs. I remember, my friend had to pull over on the freeway because I threw up. And then I said, let me try that again. And then let me try it again. And then let me try it again. I'm cool. It's it's repetition. And repetition could change it for the good or the bad. So, he's probably not gonna name him Gaylord. I don't know if my friend's gonna call me again. He's like, this guy's always high. By the way, I'm sitting here thinking, About what? I have no idea. Oh, I'm at the urinal. This guy next to me goes, "You got an old soul." My pee was dribbling out. Yeah, stop looking at my dick. You get those guys that talk to you at the urinal? Hey, what do you think about the Yankees? I don't know, I'm just trying to go pee, and I'm actually waiting for you to leave so I can go pee. I have those moments. You have those moments? So it's like, I can't really go. And you don't want to say, hey, I can't really go because you're here. And they're like, hey, what do you think about the president and Camille Harris and John D. Biden's? I don't know, guy. Waiting for the shit to come out of my dick. You have shit that comes out of your dick? Hey, what's that like? Starts a whole nother story. It's gross. I don't know if women have to deal with the same thing. You guys are you're sitting in the stall, you're thinking about Johnny's nice ass in the office, waiting for the old brown turtle to come out, and then Sally pops in next door. Oh, hey, you see Johnny's ass? Waiting for this turtle to pop out, Sally. Can you shut the fuck up? I guarantee you guys deal with that. I guarantee it. I know, because I was in the ladies' bathroom yesterday. I was Sally. You know, scientists claim, you're going to be blown away by this. They're really smart. Scientists are so smart nowadays, right? They're most brilliant. Scientists claim people only fall when they're shot because of the movies they've seen. Oh, really? It's not because they've just got shot and they're in pain. Yeah, that makes sense, scientists. I swear I'm like one step away from wearing a helmet and a visor. And I'm like calling out scientists. Like, how do these guys have jobs? Give me that job. I went to school back in the day. Yeah, believe it or not. Went to a school called Pleasanton Middle School, PMS. It was an angry school. Long lunch periods, though. Our mascot was the Cramps. Yeah. It was a bloody good time. You know, back in the day, speaking of that, the memories, so clear. I used to love giving back and volunteering my time, not because I was a nice person, but so I could fill my community service hours, not go to jail. I remember this one time I was stealing clothes at Nordstrom's, right? And the funny part was, my friend was over, right? My parents were out of town, my friend's over, and he's playing video games, and he's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'll just be right back, just going to the store real quick. He's playing at my house by himself. I go to Nordstrom's. I'm out of my mind, okay? I'm obviously out of my mind if I'm thinking about stealing clothes. I'm not living in the hood. My just allowance is small, right? And I gotta keep up. So I got clothes and I'm putting them over my arm, right? Like I'm a fucking waiter at a fancy restaurant, just putting sweatshirt, this, I'll take the Gucci or Gabbana. Nordstrom's is really, high end. I'm putting like fucking $150 sweatshirts, $200 t-shirts. I'm like, I'm gonna look good. And this is how smart I thought I was. I thought, okay, I'm gonna go out the exit by the women's shoes, right? Because women sell shoes, arrogant pig. Nothing bad's gonna happen to me. I got it. I'm walking out. I make it out the door maybe one foot, and I just get tackled. Big black guy. And I'm like, holy shit, when did NFL players start working at women's shoe department? This guy, I guess, loved it. But, I mean, it was a good thing for the store because he could see people walking out, right? I thought I was Mr. Clever. So I'm on the ground and I'm like trying to hit him backwards. And this guy's really. And, you know, if you ever get in trouble, kids, if you ever get in trouble, this is what you gotta do. Cry. I was crying out. No. Don't come, my mommy. I don't want to go to jail. Meanwhile, I'm like 21, 20 at the time. And that's embarrassing. Anyways, they take you to this room. And I'm sitting there, you know, handcuffed. My pants are down. My penis is out. And I'm thinking, fuck, I might go to jail. And the tears work. If you get in trouble, kids, the tears work. I'm crying. And they're laughing because my penis is out and it's small. And I'm like, and they just tell me, like, hey, why'd you do this? I told them I gotta look fly like a white guy. And they're like, you know, we're gonna take you to jail. And I just start crying and making up stuff. My favorite fish died yesterday, and turtles are dying in the Pacific. And I swear that shit works. Being emotional works because basically cops show up, one cop, right? And I'm telling you, I guess this was another cool cop. I wonder if this is the same cop that got me out of the seatbelt thing. I feel guilty saying all this too. Black people are like, this is what we want. But, you know, but the cop shows up and I'm like, fuck, you know, Mike is not gonna realize where I'm at. You know, I got a friend home. He's gonna be like, what? I thought he was just going to the store. But so anyways, this cop shows up, walks me through the whole store in handcuffs, right? And then everyone's looking, oh my god, is that a celebrity? And then I go downstairs and I go to the cop car. And the cop car is right there in the red. Cops don't give a fuck. They park in the red. Who cares? I give the tickets. And the guy let goes of his radio and puts it in. And then puts me in the back of the cop car. Goes to the driver's seat. Starts the car. Drives. And I'm like, I'm going to jail. This is cool. I'll get a free mugshot. Give my mom on a coffee cup for Christmas. And the cop, he goes, where's your car? And he drives me in the car, lets me out of the handcuffs, and goes, okay, so you're going to have to do community service, and you're going to have to get your fingerprints taken. I'm like, yeah, I can do that. So I go back to my house, and my friend's like, you didn't bring anything from the store. And I just go, yeah, it's a long story. I had to go to the police station. I got my fingerprints taken. No mugshot, though. I was upset. I'm like, what picture am I supposed to put on the coffee cup for Christmas? And so what I did is I gave my mom a coffee cup with fingerprints from the police station. So that was cool. But yeah, crazy. I don't know why I'm not a professional actor yet. Should have won a fucking Academy Award for that. On a side note, I wanted to bring this up because I've been fishing a lot. There's nothing to do. So I've been fishing. Like Huckleberry Fan. You know, you go fishing, you have to go early in the morning or like evening, not at night. It's weird. Fish don't eat at night. It's like they wear their sunglasses at night, but they don't eat at night. And so you go morning or evening, and you got to get them when they're kind of tired and hungry. That's really what it is. And I'm like, you could probably catch me that way. You know, if someone wanted to catch a human, you get me early in the morning, I'm done. Yeah. I wouldn't see it coming. I'd be making my toast, thinking about how I shouldn't look at porn in the morning, and you know. So if you guys ever want to catch a human, it's the same principles. I'm assuming cannibals. I know I got a lot of cannibal friends out there. Just don't catch me. I'm too easy anyways. You wanna catch someone that's more difficult, right? By the way, you think cha-cha-cha, cha-chia, remember that? Cha-chia. It was that plant. You pour water on it and then it comes out and turns into a plant. Oh my god. And they usually have like Mickey's head or something. Mickey had hair. You think maybe I could put some cha-chia on my head? Yeah. Disgust. Ew, disgust. I don't even want to show you guys. And my wife and my mom, the women in my family, they're like, oh, we want you to grow it out. They basically said it's gross when I'm bald. But this is what am I, a mad scientist? It looks like half my head got burned off in an explosion at the lab. At least people are thinking I'm a smart guy. But it's gross. So if you guys have any extra hats that fit a giant head, send them my way. _AlexWoody Comedy on Instagram. DM me and I'll give you my address. Psych, I'll give you my P.O. box. Cha-chia. I wouldn't mind a bush on my head. Be the first guy with a bush on the head. Hey, maybe get the wife more in the mood, huh? A little bush action, a little bi action. Did I really do the tongue effect? That made me feel young again, right? You can't do that as a grown up. You can't take pictures. That's just, it's inappropriate. People are gonna be like, oh my god, is that guy a molester? Yeah, I molest myself. Speaking of molesting, you think Trump still has sex? I don't think so, right? I feel like Melania would just be the most boring bone. Just, she's probably like a fish. That's how fish fuck. That's the fish fuck face. Probably no sound either. That's the worst. Ladies, men, even ladies like the men making noises, but ladies, you gotta be making noises like you enjoy it or something. I'm not into fucking dead bodies. That's a bad sign if you're dating a guy, ladies, and he doesn't want you to make noises. Like, a guy will say something, okay? But if a guy just says, I want you to be as quiet as possible, unless you're, the only time a guy says that is if he's in his parents' house or on the couch and the parents are eating dinner. You know, you ever do that? The parents are eating dinner and you're just on the couch like, hey, put the blanket over, fuck it. Oh, the things we do as teens, the disgusting things we do. Remember grandma was on the couch that one time? You got the blanket over. Oh, the disgusting things we do as a team. But, yeah, I just feel like she would be a boring bone, Milan. And she's got the fish, you know? We need sounds. That's my point. And ladies like it too. I always make a sound, you know? Hey, ah, hoo, he, ah. I always make the sounds, you know? I sound like a yoga video. I sound like a workout video lady. He, hoo, let's go. Ha, ha, hoo, hoo, he. So Claire. If you're listening to the podcast, I keep pulling up this can that says So Claire. You guys are like, what the fuck? I heard this quote. I don't know why I'm doing that voice. I don't know the key to success, but the key to failure is to try and please everybody. And that was by Bill Cosby. And I'm like, yeah, we know, Bill. You don't like to please anyone but yourself. That job. In March 2015, this is a true story, Ireland accidentally made ecstasy, ketamine, and mushrooms legal for one day. I'm like, that's the best brain fart ever. Like, I bet you kids that day were jumping up and down and sweating, I tell you that. That's unbelievable. Oh, sorry, we made heroin legal for one day. Like, how do you fuck that up? You know, some guy in the office was like, hey, you wanna see something cool? He was probably trying to impress a chick, you know? I like this chick, she makes noises during sex. I wanna keep her around, I wanna impress her. You want to see something cool? What? What? What's cool? Irish accent. Oh, what's cool? I'm gonna change this bill. Make fucking drugs legal. Oh, you're so good. Let's bang on the dash. That's probably what happened, right? Did you know this? Back in the Roman days, gladiators' sweat was an aphrodisiac. People would buy people's sweat and wear it. Like, no wonder plagues and fucking black shit growing on you that happened back then. And how gross is that? Sweat. I mean, I'll wear my own sweat. That shit smells bomb. But wearing someone else's sweat? Give me sweat. Give me the gladiator's sweat. I want to smell his asshole. Have you ever smelled bad sweat? I want the asshole sweat. You know there's sickos. Yes, give me the ball sweat. It's the best sweat ever. There was probably a black market for ball ass sweat. And I wonder if the prices went up. Like, what kind of sweat is this? That's forehead sweat? $10? Okay. But the good stuff, the asshole sweat. The penis tip sweat. How much? 3,000 pesos? Okay. How weird, right? Sweat. We've come a long ways with cologne, you know? Thank God I didn't live back then. I live now. You ever do that one? Oh my God. Thank goodness I am not living back then. Like, I'm glad I wasn't living in the past. And you would get invited to these ridiculous parties. I was reading about this one party. Andrew Jackson, one of our presidents, I think he was 69th president back in the 1800s, he threw a party because the previous year he got a gift from someone. This is a gift they got. Get this. This is no joke. You can look it up. A 1,400-pound block of cheese. Andrew Jackson got that. And he liked it. If I got a big block of cheese, I'd be like, what the fuck? You know, it just shows up at your door, like Amazon drops it off. I didn't order this gift. I need to send money. Which, by the way, sending money, I have a great movie idea real quick. I have a great movie idea. And don't steal this, Spielberg, you cunt. Here's the idea. You've been receiving birthday money, $100, every day for 20 years from a stranger. You never returned the card or told the post office. You kept the money. 20 years later, you get a birthday card. No money, just a letter. I know what you've been doing. I'm coming for you. Start the movie. How fucking awesome does that sound? Start the movie. Hey, I like my paycheck now, Hollywood. Yeah. And I like Oprah the star. Bam. Diverse. So Andrew Jackson has this 1,400-pound block of cheese. Okay? This gift. He only could eat a little bit. Can you imagine 1,400 block of cheese? And it's in the hallway. They can't fit it anywhere else. It's in the hallway of the White House. Okay? So it's in the hallway. A year passes, and the cheese is still there. You know, it went through the heat. There's no air conditioning back then. The heat, the snow, the cum. It's been through everything, right? The maids sneezing on it, people coming and going, walking by it naked. Oops, sorry, pubic hair in it. Just in all conditions. Bird sitting on it, shitting on it, just right there, right? A year passes. Andrew Jackson's how smart this guy was. I'm gonna throw a party, okay? And I'm gonna invite 10,000 people. And we're all gonna eat this cheese. This is why I'm grateful I live in 2020. I would not go to a party and eat year-old cheese. Gross. But this is how bad times were back then. This was like normal to them. Oh yeah, I'll go eat some old shit. Let me put some sweat on my face. I get some good asshole sweat from the Roman days. I mean, people didn't know what was weird. No one could troll you back then. We didn't have Twitter. People just were so bored with fucking books and fishing and like fucking their cousin. They're like, yeah, cheese party does sound good. So 10,000 people showed up to the White House. They all eat the cheese. 10,000 people. That's like a mini rave, right? That's like a mini rave. Huge amount of people eating this year-old cheese. My first thought, how many bathrooms you got there? You know? You got enough toilet paper? You know people's stomachs were fucked up after that. I thought he said this cheese came in last week. You know Andrew Jackson didn't say he was there for a year. You know he was a rat. No one would have showed up to the party if he said, oh yes, cheese has been just sitting there. I've been wiping boogers on it. Like, no one would have showed up. 10,000 people. I'm surprised Trump hasn't done that. Look at that great wall of cheese. I don't know what accent that was, but oh my god. Fun times, really. It's just amazing times. Well, I guess that's the show, folks. As Bugs Bunny would say. Hit me up on the _ Alex Woody Comedy on the Instagram. DM me there. And also, I'm on OnlyFans. Yes, you can pay certain money to see me topless. Yeah. And then I'm on Twitter under the handle Not Your Favorite Comedian, and I just pissed off some people in Africa. So you gotta go check that out. Not a racial thing. It's stupid. Basically, I wrote under a comment on this article that said coronavirus not really present in Africa, don't know why. And I'm like, I bet you coronavirus went there and saw all these other viruses and was like, I don't think I'm aspect. And people loved it. That's the weird part about Twitter. People will love it, and then like the haters will show up. They're like showing up to your party. Remember those older kids? Hey, I heard you're having a party. Yeah, you're not invited. And they're like, well, we're older and we're just gonna come through. Oh, Billy. That's what like the coronavirus situation was. And the Twitter thing, those guys when they showed up, the bullies, ooh, I just had to stop looking at the comments. Hey, but any publicity is good publicity, right? Right? Genius. My kid said I'm smart. Thanks, folks.